We are taking part of the day off now to go look for some old World War II foxholes that were built here to defend the coast of Oregon. When the Japanese surfaced with a submarine out off the mouth of the Columbia River and fired a few shots, all they killed with their shots was a little bit of dune grass, but it created a lot of fear, and they thought probably there would be an invasion of our coast. So there were groups of people that just civilians that got organized. They were called the Tillamook guerrillas in this. They were mostly unprofessional. They were dairy farmers and other local people, businessmen in town that all got organized. They had very little military training, but they were going to defend our coast, and they carried shotguns, 22 rifles, and deer rifles to ward off any sign of any intruders. So they even had meetings and practice sessions and talked about what they would do if our coast was invaded. We've now traveled over Cape Lookout and we're going along Netarts Bay. It's kind of a nice day and a few crab boats are out. These are just sportsmen out trying to catch their limit of 12 crabs per person to cook and eat, and the crabbing has been really good lately, so they should be doing well. And then through the little town of Netarts. It's a coastal town right along Netarts Bay. There are a few campsites and trailer sites in the town of Netarts as we move right on through Netarts and up near Oceanside. And then to Cape Mears Park. This is a popular place to watch the ocean from up above on the cliffs and to see the old lighthouse and the octopus tree. This place too had its part it played during World War II. As we move down the narrow little road, we see a concrete structure right off to the right side of the road, just almost in the road. And this was part of an old radar site that was built here during the war. And there's more stuff back in the bushes on the hillsides from the ancient radar site. We drive on through the thicket, and pretty soon we'll come out in a fairly large parking area where the lighthouse is and the octopus tree is. Around one more cove and the forest gives way to a paved parking lot with quite a few signs around it. So we'll go down and find us a place to park and take a look at what we think are World War II foxholes that were built here. And this whole place was a big Coast Guard station and military base. There were all kinds of barracks and everything here at one time. All of them are gone now. There are a few signs here promoting the lighthouse, and then some great awesome view sites where you can see the beach down below us. And so this beach had to be defended by, I'm not sure whether it was the Tillamook guerrillas or the Coast Guard that made the foxholes and defended it. We see the three arch rocks standing tall out below, and then those sea stacks down below or right off the Oceanside Tunnel. We look off the other side. You can look out and see the Three Arch Rocks. The smaller rock off to the left is where a major colony of Steller sea lions live. So we're going to take the trail up where it says path to the octopus tree, and we'll take a look at the octopus tree.
Octopus tree. The forces that shape this unique Sitka spruce have been debated for many years. Whether natural events or possibly Native Americans were the cause remains a mystery. The tree measures more than 46 feet in circumference and has no central trunk. Instead, limbs extend horizontally from the base as much as 16 feet before turning upward. It is 105 feet tall and is estimated to be 250 to 300 years old.
This old giant tree is really a sight to see, and I'd recommend anybody that's in the area to see this tree. I have been to the octopus tree and also to the foxholes many times since I was a park ranger, and this is one of the parks I worked in. So we're going to see if we can find them before they're lost to time. Since I've worked here, the trails have changed and many barrier fences have been put up, even a bench here to overlook Oceanside and the Three Arch Rocks. At first, I wasn't sure how to get to the foxholes. We went to this spot and the trail used to go on from here, but it's been changed now. But I didn't come this far to turn around and go back, so we're going to go back to the octopus tree and see if we can find another trail that'll lead us on from there. This spot was a little bit out of range to defend the beach down below, but if it were military, they had guns that would reach it. We go back to the octopus tree and find a trail that goes around the octopus tree, and it looks to me like it's heading in the right direction. Marge has always loved the octopus tree, and if she gets done taking pictures here, we're going to go on and see if we can find these World War II foxholes before they're completely lost to time. We go right around the octopus tree, and maybe only about 100 or 200 yards beyond it, we see a bunch of salal brush, and we think that we've already found one of the foxholes. I'm not really certain of that. It didn't look too good, but we're going to check it out and see. There's an impression in the ground here and a hole there, and it is overlooking the beach pretty good where you could see out over the beach. And then we walk up the trail a ways, and here looks like another one. Since they were just dug into the ground and there would be just dirt foxholes, it's really hard to tell, but it looks like it might be the spot. The old timers that showed me these foxholes and told me about them have all surrendered to time, so there's none of them left. But I have to try to remember what they told me about it. But it looks like a good spot overlooking the beach down below, although there's sort of a haze hanging over the beach. Then I look down on the point below me, and I see what looks to be almost unmistakably one of the foxholes with a big berm of dirt built up around the edge of it where it would be an easy spot to defend. These foxholes could have been dug by the volunteer, the Tillamook guerrillas, or since there was a military base there, I would rather think that maybe they were from the military base for the defense of the radar site and the lighthouse. Then back to the parking lot, past one of the old pump houses that myself and a couple other rangers built, and back to the on sunny days, this parking lot heats up pretty good, so the elk come in and make their beds on that warm parking lot. It must feel good